podcast of Tibetan Kung Fu. Thank you for listening to episode number 8, Building of the Kung Fu Frame. My name is Sifu T.W. Smith, and I appreciate you including us as part of your day. You can find all of our social media links in the PDF file that's on the website, or you can type in Tibetan Kung Fu on many of the social websites, and we'll show right up. Last couple of episodes, we put a little bit more attention on the heart and mind. This week, we're going to look at the tendons and bones. We're going to look at the very structure that makes up the Kung Fu frame for both health and combat. Before we get rolling, I want to send out a huge thank you to Dwight and Kat for helping make the Fundamental Bakwa Workshop a success last week. Also, thanks to Leah, Dawn, and Autumn, and the other participants for providing feedback that's going to help us move forward. A monthly Bakwa meditation and framework building class is something that we've been looking at for some time, and it looks like it'd be supported, so we're going to move forward with that. Look for more information on the website. I want to send a thank you out to acupuncturist Jim McClexco, a young man who I've known for some time. Thanks for the email on how much you enjoyed the show. Gene, Scott, and Travis, as always, appreciate your support. It helps us when you subscribe at iTunes, Stitcher, and leave an honest review about what you think of the podcast. Upcoming events, we have the Tai Chi Beginners course. That's a 4-week program starting on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. August the 6th. You can find more information at TibetanKungFu.net/Tai Chi for Beginners. Then the Kung Fu Boot Camp, that's 8 consecutive weeks. Now that's going to be from conditioning, stretching, agility, mind and body work, Choli Foot Kung Fu, and that's at /Kung Fu Boot Camp, one word. We've also been requested to put on a meditation workshop. We're going to start off with a 90-minute workshop addressing a lot of questions about meditation and mindfulness. The webpage is not up yet, but when it is up, it's going to be at /mindful. If you are a current student and you want to participate in a course, or if you know someone who you think of as family, get with me about what your reduced fee is. On to the Kung Fu frame building. Good Kung Fu is built from the ground up, inside out. Many arts teach from the outside in, putting the emphasis on hitting bags, opponents, and all the techniques, how you apply them. I was always told that is like trying to get to the root of the tree from the leaf. It's not natural. It really doesn't work that way. In order to understand it, you have to go from the root, from the inside of you, out to the leaf. Then it makes sense. Fascia is the soft connective tissue that connects your whole body to itself. It is sometimes referred to as collagen. Things like muscle, tendons, ligaments, all these types of tissue are included under fascia. One of my favorite presenters, who I have emailed with a couple of times, his name is Sergio Grecovetsky. I took my time to say that so I didn't butcher it. He is a superb. He's awesome. He's a physicist, and I saw him first on a YouTube, which I have the link to on the PDF file there, October the 4th, 2007, as he was presenting at the Harvard Medical School. He was discussing how the recruitment and synchronization of muscle, tendon, and ligaments, fascia, all work to help us take care of our biomechanics, movements, what we want to do. He spoke about using high-speed communication cells that the bones themselves are wrapped up into. They call for support to the soft tissue so that they recruit muscles and tendons. But to maintain stability, all the fascia, tendons, ligaments, and muscles can't fire off at once. They have to be synchronized, so they go back and forth, taking primary responsibility for you to maintain your framework. Now, this opens up the window for me. As an exercise physiologist many years ago, this helped me understand and explain how posting, Jamjong, whether it was for health or combat, could increase muscular tone and strength, increase your leg power, and improve the integration of the neuromuscular system into your activities. This was always very difficult for me to explain, even to myself, after having graduate level work in the area, because I couldn't understand how standing still could help me in movement. But now I have no doubt about how it works. The fascia acts as an energy pathway, as well as a collective tissue group. It's been indicated in many studies that the communication cells and fascia actually move faster than what nerves can communicate with one another at. It helps the body take several tissues and integrate into one unit. Athletes call it getting into the zone, where they just begin to flow, they move, everything they do seems effortless. You become one in all your activity. Fascia also provides that all-elusive understanding of energy work, and that's used a lot in Tai Chi, or referred to a lot in Tai Chi. It should be used in all your Kung Fu, but it's referred to a lot in your Tai Chi as Peng, springy energy. In the PDF file, I have a image there that you can see of how the soft tissue all works together, and you can get a better feel for how our bone structures lay out. Fascia is also indicated in medicine and health, demonstrating how memories and emotions get literally woven into the fabric. For more on that kind of information, you can look at Feelings Buried Alive Never Die and Energy Medicine. Looking at fascia and framework, putting the two together. When we take a posture, like we did in the Bakwa class where we were doing rotate and push palm or twist like rope, or in our Tai Chi, like what you all who will be participating in the Yang 9 Tai Chi course will be doing. When you take a posture, regardless of which posture it is, you activate the fascia, the tendon lines, ligaments, and to a degree the muscle tissue. How you hold it, work it, all contributes to the integration of that soft tissue. The tendons and ligaments through your work call for support. As they fatigue, they recruit from different areas in order for you to carry out your intention. All this is done without increasing muscular bulk. That's important for someone like myself who, in my younger years, put on a little too much muscular bulk. It's a weight that you no longer have to carry, which helps you with your speed when you can have the same amount of framework strength with less weight to move. My dad used to call it being farmer strong. My granddad was that way, where he could reach down and grab a 100-pound bag of fertilizer, throw it over his shoulder. And when I was a young man, strong and big, I could barely do the same thing. Now, whether you're a student that practices Hop Guard, Tai Chi Chuan, Xingyi, Bakwa, or any other art here, you must exercise your framework. It's one of the most important components of your training. It's not just the mental pieces. You can't just be smart, and you can't just be still, and you can't just be calm in order to move the way you need to move or deliver power the way you need to deliver power. You must be able to put your mind and body and your framework together in a single moment. In the old Shallow End teaching, Qi was not some mystical rainbow. It was your ability to create the maximum amount of power in a single moment with the least amount of effort. That definition is important. Creating power with the least amount of effort. Your mind and body, structure, timing, alignment all count. For those of you who are more into the heavy-duty Kung Fu, y'all work at a high level. Those of you who will be starting in the Yang 9 Tai Chi course, the 4-week course there, you'll be starting off much more mildly, just learning how to find it and get into it. Now, those of you who are going to the Kung Fu boot camp, you won't be starting so mildly. Come in ready to work. Now, those who participated in last week's Bakwa workshop, they did the 2 exercises I mentioned before, twist like rope and rotate and push palm. As they were doing it, you could hear them talk about how some of them began sweating. They could feel the expectation rise. And all of this was done without them moving. A lot of times in the Tai Chi, we will do what is called a box set. It's one of the sets that we were taught. It's more of a mindset where you take the same form, irregardless of which form you may have learned, and you learn how to really put your mind into your work. But more importantly, in this particular instance, it really helps you emphasize your framework, getting your fascia integrated into your work. As this improves, your strength, your stability, and your integration of your mind and body and bones are all enhanced. So in summary, being aware of framework, that it's a blend of your bones tendons, ligaments, and muscles. But it's not about muscular strength. It's about tissue integration to serve your intention. Sometimes it's Tai Chi, Bakwa, Hop Guard, doesn't really matter. The internal should always be present in any Kung Fu or martial arts you practice. Putting the mental and physical components together, whether it's in stillness or in movement, is one of the most important parts of your Kung Fu. If we can help, we'd love to meet you. If that's not something that's going to happen, get in touch with us. Maybe there's somebody nearby that we know of that we can guide you to. Either way, really encourage you to get out there and get some sort of practice in and make the most of your day. Our resource links and where we are on the websites and social media are all available here at the website and the end of the PDF file. We appreciate you using our links. If you're going to shop at iBooks or Amazon to purchase any of the books, that helps us a little bit create this content and send it out. And I really want to say thank you for joining us today and, again, including us as part of your day as we discuss building the Kung Fu framework.